welcome back to Deathtrap. Right, well, I can't even talk, so that's a good start to the episode. Welcome back to Deathtrap Dungeon, Ian Livingstone's Deathtrap Dungeon, the video adventure game. An early release, or pre-release, pre-access, early access. Wonderful, we're doing great. We left on choose the path. Go up the right-hand steps with the woman head, or the left-hand steps with the old man head. So far, in this dungeon, going east has been good a couple of times. Going west has been bad at least once, and good at least once. I don't know why I'm looking for patterns. There are no patterns in these things. We're doomed no matter what we do. This is left-hand dungeon. This is Deathtrap Dungeon. I can't speak. I am Holly Dragon. Hello, welcome. I'm just gonna click left. I'm just gonna
Treading carefully, you slowly make your way up the steps. You soon reach the top without mishap and continue along the new tunnel, which takes the sharp turn right. After 100 meters in the tunnel, you come to a junction. Looking left, you see the dead bodies of 2 orc guards. At least one of your rivals in the Trial of Champions must still be ahead of you. A quick search of the bodies produces nothing apart from a necklace of teeth hanging around the neck of one of the orcs.
I will wear the necklace myself.
The necklace is an amulet of strength, which adds 1 skill point and 1 stamina point. Pleased with your find, you continue your quest north. The tunnel soon ends at a junction.
My skill doesn't go up.
There alone and wondering which way to go is one of your rivals. It is one of the barbarians. You call out to him, but at first he does not answer. He merely stares at you coldly, his hands firmly gripping his axe. You walk up to him and ask which way he is heading. He grunts his reply, saying that he is going west, and you may go with him if you wish.
Interesting. Maybe we go west with the barbarian and some horrible thing kills him off, or maybe he's trying to kill me off. We're rivals here, aren't we? I wonder. So there were 3 steps of footsteps that went west, 1 that went east. The one that went east went into a room and disappeared at the start, and of the 3 that went ahead, we've seen 1 of them turned into a statue. So this is 1 of 2 remaining. Don't know if it's a barbarian or the wizard. There was a lady and there was like an old wizard man and another barbarian. So I don't know which, and a knight. Wait, was there a lady? Maybe there wasn't a lady. I thought there was though, so there's a set of footprints unaccounted for because there were 2 barbarians. Interesting. Okay, let's go with the barbarian anyway.
Although you are slightly uneasy in each other's company, knowing that there can only be 1 winner in the Trial of Champions, you are both content to share in the benefits of a temporary alliance. And you begin to tell each other of your exploits so far, of the monsters and traps encountered and the dangers overcome.
Betray our barbarian bro.
Walking along, you soon come to the edge of a wide pit. It is too deep and dark to see to the bottom. The barbarian suggests he lowers you to the bottom with his rope, saying he has a torch which he can light for you to use.
Okay, let's trust.
You tie the rope around your waist and take hold of the lighted torch given to you by Throm, as your barbarian ally calls himself. Taking hold of the slack rope, Throm lowers you slowly over the edge of the pit and down into the dark depths below. You can see by the light of the torch that the sides of the pit are extremely smooth. You drop about 20 meters before hitting the bottom of the pit. There, you see another tunnel heading north, and you call up to Throm and tell him of your discovery. He calls back, saying that he is going to tie the rope around a protruding rock on the edge of the pit and will come down and join you.
Okay.
You hear him climbing down, and soon you are together again. Throm retrieves his rope by shaking it off the rock, and you set off north along the new tunnel.
Well, that wasn't very securely tied on the rock.
Stone ledge in the tunnel wall, you see 2 dusty leather-bound books. Throm grunts his contempt for the written word, urging you to leave the books and hurry on.
No. Black or red? Black is death, red is demonic. I mean, they could both be deathly. Red could be health, though. Black could be neutral. Let's go for red. I like red.
As you open the book, it immediately begins to disintegrate.
Shit.
The pages turning to dust in your hands. You manage to keep a few fragments and read the handwritten script. The book appears to be about monsters, and from what you can make out, it contains a full description of a monster called the Blood Beast.
Oh, dear.
It is a horrific, bloated creature with tough, spiny skin and facial blisters which burst open to become mock eyes,
Ew.
evolved to hide the Blood Beast's only weak spot, the real eyes. Blood beasts usually dwell in pools of fetid slime which give off a poisonous gas so strong that it alone can easily knock people unconscious. The blood beast, although too bulbous to haul itself out of its slime pool, has a long and vicious tongue which it wraps around its victims
goodness.
before it drags them into its pool. As the helpless and still living victim's flesh decomposes in the vile slime, the blood beast will feed on it. You tell Throm about the grotesque blood beast.
Why would I tell him about it? He's my
He
rival.
merely shrugs his shoulders and tells you to get going.
Okay, we did okay with the red book. I don't think we risk the black book. Let's go north.
The tunnel turns sharply to the right, continuing east for as far as you can see. Throm stops and tells you to halt as well. He turns his head slowly from side to side, listening. I hear footsteps coming down the tunnel towards us.
Why is he in charge?
Draw your sword. You both crouch down to hide in the shadows, and not a minute too soon. For a moment later, you see the silhouette of 2 armed guards. Throm jumps up and dashes forward, screaming a loud battle cry. They are 2 cave trolls. Throm attacks the first one with his battle axe, and you run to his aid to attack the second.
I was going to just hide actually and let him die, but sure. I guess I run to his aid. Oh no, these cave trolls are tough. It's going to be oh! I didn't even click. It didn't give me the full countdown time.
You parry the attack, but your enemy is too
Ow.
strong, and you crack your head on the floor as you hit the ground.
What the hell? That's better.
You drop to the ground, grab the creature, and ram its head hard into the wall.
I mean, I'm pretty tough, but this isn't the fight I wanted.
You hurl yourself at your enemy, fists flailing, and land a stunning blow.
I do have the advantage, but it's only a +1. Ooh, nice.
You
My
drop
turn.
to the ground, sweeping away the troll's legs. It howls as its head hits the hard ground.
Attack that cave troll some more. Yes.
You drop to the ground, grab the creature, and ram its head hard into the wall.
Come on.
You hurl yourself at your enemy, fists
Very
flaming,
nice.
and land a stunning blow.
Stunning blow.
You drop to the ground, sweeping away the troll's legs.
How did Thog do, or
It
whatever
howls
his name
as
was?
its head hits the hard ground. You look to the left and see Throm standing over the cave troll he has slain. Blood is pouring out from a deep cut in his shoulder.
Do we attack him now?
It does not seem to worry him.
Damn.
You search the bodies of the cave trolls, but find nothing apart from a bone ring on a leather cord hanging round the neck of one of them. The ring is engraved with a symbol which Throm recognizes. He explains that it must have belonged to druids of the north, and that an ancient talisman such as this will increase your powers if your body is able to accept it.
I already have the bone necklace, okay, and my powers are pretty good, so I'm gonna continue east.
The tunnel leads into a damp cavern with a high ceiling and rock-strewn floor. Long and wet, teeth-like stalactites hang down threateningly. The constant dripping creates milky pools on the floor. The tunnel carries on through an archway carved in the shape of a demonic mouse.
None of this sounds good, but let's search the chamber anyway.
You walk around the cavern, but find nothing of interest. Throm calls out behind you, saying that he has found a leather pouch under a pile of rocks. Opening the pouch, he laughs out loud as a tiny mouse runs through his fingers and scurries off into the crevice behind two boulders.
Uh-oh.
Suddenly, you hear the sound of cracking rock above you and look up to see stalactites breaking off from the roof. Throm's booming laugh, which still echoes through the chamber, has made the stalactites vibrate and
Throm, you moron!
You yell at Throm to run through the archway as the stalactites start to crash to the floor. This will be a test of your luck.
Look what you've done. No!
Running towards the archway, you stumble over a rock and lose your footing. You land sprawled on the floor, and before you have time to get up again,
Oh god, I'm gonna be
a
impaled.
stalactite crashes down on top of you, its pointed tip piercing your leg, costing you 5 stamina points.
My poor legs.
The stalactites
5.
continue to fall all around you, but you haven't enough strength to do more than crawl towards the archway. Suddenly you feel an arm around your waist, picking you up. You realize, in your semi-conscious state, that Throm is carrying
Oh, Throm, this is gonna make betraying you
you. He
feel
lays
really
you down
bad
in the
later.
safety of the tunnel and tends your wounds. You decide to eat some of your provisions to help regain your strength. And you also give one portion to Throm in gratitude for his rescuing you. He apologizes for starting the rockfall and offers you his hand to shake. Despite the pain, you manage to smile and shake his hand.
Don't shake my hand so
When you
hard.
have finally recovered, you stand up and head east, with Throm leading the way.
I thought Throm was
The
gonna offer me his hand in
tunnel
marriage
ends at
there.
a large oak door.
I'm disappointed now.
Throm wastes no time in testing the handle and is somewhat surprised to find the door unlocked. He pushes it open and walks into a torch-lit chamber. Sitting alone on an ornate chair is a dwarf who bids you enter. As you do so, the oak door swings shut behind you.
No.
Adventurers, you have done well to get this far, says the dwarf.
Menacingly.
Voice. However, as you both know, there can only be one winner in the Trial of Champions.
Ah, shit.
As Trial Master, it is my duty to Baron Circumvit to let only the most able continue. Therefore, I must devise a test of wits and strength to eliminate one of you.
Well, fuck.
Please do not attempt to dispose of me. It will be utterly pointless, for, as you can see, there is no obvious way out of this chamber.
No obvious way?
And only I know where the hidden exit lies. Now, if you would care to decide between you who will go first, I shall make the necessary preparations. You look at Throm, suddenly angry that your effective partnership might come to an end. He leans over and whispers in your ear that you should try to kill the dwarf and worry about the exit later.
Throm has a point. But Throm is a barbarian. Not really known for thinking through. Let's go through with the dwarf's test.
You tell Throm that there is no point in killing the dwarf, as you will never find your way out of the chamber alone. You argue that an opportunity of tricking the dwarf might arise later, once you have found the exit from the chamber.
Once I have killed Throm.
So you intend to go through with the dwarf's test.
You didn't offer me your hand in marriage, man.
You tell the dwarf that you are ready, and he beckons you to follow him, telling Throm to wait for his return. A secret door opens in the chamber wall, and you follow the dwarf into a small circular room. He closes the door behind you and hands you 2 bone dice, telling you to throw them onto the floor. You roll a 6 and a 2, a total of 8. The dwarf asks you to roll them again, but this time you must predict whether the total will be the same, less, or more than the 8.
Well, chances are less. But is it actually gonna give me a randomized roll? It is. Aha.
The dwarf congratulates you for guessing correctly.
Now it's Throm will die.
He tells you that you must now progress to the second stage of the test. He reaches for a wicker basket and tells you that a snake is held within it. He tips the basket over, and the snake drops onto the floor. It is a cobra, and it rears up in the air, ready to strike. The dwarf tells you that he wishes to test your reactions. Barehanded, you must grasp the cobra below its
head. For goodness sake.
Avoiding its deadly fangs. You crouch down on the floor, tensing yourself for the moment to seize it. This will be a tough test of your skill.
No. So I think I roll
With
under.
lightning speed, you thrust your hand out and grip the cobra just below its open mouth. You lift it up, and with your arm outstretched, you dangle it in front of the dwarf. He doesn't flinch, but says in his calm, expressionless way,
"Please put the cobra back in the basket and prepare for the final part of the test. Follow me."
You do what he says and follow him back into the chamber, where Throm is pacing up and down, obviously ill at ease. You wave to him while the dwarf opens a second secret door and tells you to walk on through and wait for him. Again, you comply, and you find yourself in another circular room.
Okay.
Although this one resembles a small arena.
Yep.
The floor is covered with sand, and a small balcony runs around the arena wall. Opposite the secret entrance you came in through is an ominous-looking wooden door. Suddenly you hear a shout, and you look up to see the smiling dwarf standing on the balcony. He throws 2 pieces of paper down to you. On one of them, the words, "No crop is," are written. On the other, "Ruin moat." In his ever-calm voice, he says,
If you rearrange the letters of the words, you will find the names of 2 creatures. You may choose which one to fight
Scorpion.
in the arena of death.
Can you identify the creature by rearranging the letters?
So that one's Scorpion, right? And then What's ruined moat? Is it a tomato? No. I have to know my creatures well. I am struggling with that. Guys, help me out. Atom... no. Automaton? No, there's only one. Inatom... Rheumaton... Room... Moin... Oh, the pressure of doing this live. So I know about scorpions. So do I go for the one that's recognizable easily, or do I go for the oat nimor roo? Minotaur. It's a minotaur. Why would it have a U in? Minotaur. No, that's, yeah. Not Minotaur with an O-A-R, Minotaur with a O-U-R. Minotaur. Sure, do I want to fight a scorpion or a minotaur? I feel like a scorpion has poison and also armor. Whereas a minotaur... Let's fight the minotaur. If that's
call
what
out
it
to
is.
the dwarf that you are ready to fight the minotaur. The wooden door rises slowly, and you see the fearsome beast, half man, half bull, step into the arena. Steam blows from its nostrils as it works itself up into a rage, ready to attack. Suddenly it rushes forward, swinging its double-headed axe.
Okay, just attack. Technically, those ogres were tougher than this.
Minotaur leans forward and takes a run at you. Speed is impressive, but you duck and roll aside, landing a heavy blow on its shin.
Okay, let's try my luck to get this thing down. Ooh, and just...
You try your luck, and your luck.
Might have to take a luck potion.
The Minotaur swings its huge axe above its head. You step aside as it smashes into the floor.
Oh dear.
You're able to land an attack from the side.
Oh, poor little minotaur. It's not your day, is it, my dear?
Your speed is improving. You run directly at the Minotaur and slice at its leg as you run by.
Look at those snake eyes.
The
Okay, that
Minotaur
wasn't so
swings
good.
its axe, but you are fast enough to jump out.
Haha! Come on. Yes.
The Minotaur leans forward and takes
Nary
a
a
run at you.
scratch.
Speed is impressive, but you duck and roll
Thank
aside.
goodness we figured out what the
landing a heavy
minotaur
blow
was.
on its shin.
The dwarf calls down from the balcony, congratulating you on your victory. He throws the sack down into the arena and tells you to relax and regain your strength for the final part of the test.
I've got to fight my
Then he
buddy.
walks off, saying he will return in about 10 minutes. You open the sack and find a jug of wine and a cooked chicken.
I feel like the final part of the test is not getting poisoned. So let's not eat that.
After about 20 minutes, the dwarf reappears on the balcony. He calls down to you, saying,
Well, I do have an interesting problem on my hands. Prepare to fight your next opponent.
Oh.
The wooden door rises once again, and you are surprised to see a familiar face.
It's my fiance, Crom.
It is Throm.
No, sorry, Throm. I don't
He is
even know my
cut and
fiance's
badly
name.
bruised and doesn't seem to recognize you. He is clearly delirious as he staggers forward with his axe raised to attack you. The
Oh, my
dwarf
poor
laughs
friend.
and says,
The cobra bit him, but he has the strength of an ox and managed to carry on, even though most men would have died.
Well, that's
Now
nice.
you must fight him to decide finally which of you will continue the trial of champions.
Dun, dun, dun.
You shout abuse at the dwarf, protesting the cruelty of such a contest,
I knew the
Really
rules
laughs.
coming in.
and you have no option but to defend yourself against poor Throm. Despite his wounds, he is immensely strong.
It's a strong boy, that Throm? Whatever his name is. He's not as strong as me, though. I am really strong. Attack. Yes.
You hurl yourself at Throm, fists flailing, and land a stunning blow on his chin.
Come on. Once more, into the breach, my friend. Oh dear, I think you got
Throm
me.
swings low, crashing into your ankles and knocking you off balance.
Swings low like a sweet chariot. That's
You drop
mine.
to the ground, sweeping away Throm's legs. You hate it as he howls as his head hits the hard ground.
Poor baby. But there can only be one. There can be only one.
Throm is tall, and you duck, grab him, and ram his head hard into the wall.
Come on, let's put you out of your misery already. Oh, you didn't let me say
Throm
that.
grabs you by the throat and
Ow.
manages to half choke you before you get a chance to push him off. You hurl yourself at Throm, fists flailing, and land a
All right.
stunning blow on his chin.
Time for another try of my luck. Come on, yes.
You
And then we'll take the fortune potion after this fight. One more hit. Nope. Got
You
me, I
grab
think.
Throm
Oh no,
around
no,
the
we're
neck,
equal.
but he is strong, pushes
What
you
a
off.
fight.
Neither of you are harmed.
Come on.
You drop to the ground, sweeping away Throm's legs.
Poor Throm.
You hate it as he howls as his head hits the hard ground.
Never to wake
Exhausted
again.
by your long duel, you fall to your knees as you stare at Throm's still body. A bitter loathing for the dwarf fills your heart. Somehow, you will avenge Throm. Engulfed in your hatred, you do not notice the dwarf enter the arena until he is standing right in front of you,
How
a
dare
loaded
you.
crossbow aimed at your chest.
What a bastard.
I know what you are thinking,
He says calmly.
but remember that only I know the way out of here. Get up. It's time for you to leave.
Once on your feet, the dwarf indicates that you should walk ahead of him. Back in the chamber, he crosses over to the northern wall and pushes against one of its stones. A door-like section of the wall swings out, opening into another crystal-lit tunnel. With his crossbow still aimed at your chest, the dwarf smiles, saying,
Good luck.
Swing a punch at the dwarf, walk straight into the tunnel. I want to take my fortune potion. So get me back up to full and increase my odds greatly. I will eat one provision also. There we go. Let's just go.
The tunnel soon divides into two.
We're in it to win it.
You hear a buzzing sound coming from the western
Not another
block.
buzzing sound. Okay, let's go.
There is a large panel of glass in the left-hand wall of the tunnel. Through it, you can see a bright, torch-lit room
More
teeming
bugs.
with giant insects of every possible description.
Looks like a jewel on that
Bees,
crown.
wasps, beetles, ticks. Even the mites are over
Like
6
a hammer
centimeters
above
long.
it.
The noise is
2
threatening.
hammers.
In the middle of the room, a jeweled crown lies on top of a small table. What looks like a large diamond is set in
Yes,
the
I
middle
need
of
that
the crown.
diamond. So I can only do this.
You smash the glass with the hilt of your sword, making a hole big enough to climb through. Immediately, the giant insects start swarming and jumping
Of course
towards
they
you.
do.
Wasting no time, you clamber into the room, grabbing one of the lit torches to defend yourself. The fire keeps most of the insects at bay, but by the time you have snatched the crown and climbed back into the corridor, some of them have stung you. We'll roll 1 die and add 2 to the total
Okay.
to decide how many stings you have suffered,
Small price for a
reducing your
diamond.
stamina by 1 for each sting.
Well, unless I roll that. Oh, look, I rolled a
The
6.
giant insects do not
Ow!
chase you,
Wow, 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 wow.
preferring the bright light of the room they are in. You examine the crown and see with disgust that it is merely painted iron, and the diamond is just glass and totally worthless. You throw it on the ground in a rage and wonder which way to go next.
No, that really fucked me. Let's have some food. Get above 10. Check the map. So, oh my goodness, where did we go? So instead of jumping over the pit, we climbed down into the pit with Thrum. We didn't go east with Thrum. It looks like east would have been a dead end. I mean, it could have gone up and all the way around. Who knows? But it doesn't look like it would have. And yeah, we did all the Thrum stuff. So north is probably out. What happens? Let's go west again. We were trying to go west when we got met our dear dead barbarian friend.
Ahead, in the far distance, you hear the sound of slow footsteps coming towards you. Unsure of who or what might be approaching, you look around for a place to hide. You see a large crack in the tunnel wall which lies in shadow.
Alright. I think what we will do is we will wrap it up here and we will find out what is coming to get us next episode. So thank you for joining me, and I will see you again either here on YouTube or at twitch.tv/holydragon_. Have fun and bye bye.